the most healthy and fastest soup on the planet. That is absolutely unbelievable. Extra virgin olive oil, actually quite a lot of it. Ginger, and don't bother peeling it. Garlic, a lot of people will take individual clove out, squash it, take the skin off and so on. Basically that takes a lot of time, so I'm not going to do that. Onion, if you've washed it, maybe just take the outer skin off. Again, anything more than that will take time, and what time will do is it'll stop you actually doing it, because if it's difficult you'll put it off to another occasion. Courgette, straight from the garden. This will actually help thicken the soup. Don't be fussy, this is all going to disappear anyway. Kale. Now you can put the kale in at this stage. The long cooking at heat will destroy the sulforaphane, but we're going to get some of that back in with the broccoli. We're going to put some wild rocket in as well. We're going to put some turmeric, and don't forget, if you put turmeric in, make sure you put pepper in as well. If you don't put pepper in, the inflammatory benefit of the turmeric will be so minuscule you might as well flush it down the toilet. And it's got to be fresh pepper ground. Don't use powdered pepper. The grinding of it and leaving it will destroy the benefits. This is goat butter, quite a lot. Actually, I'm going to put all that in. Tomatoes. Drop them straight in. This is sardines in tomato sauce. There's nothing else in there, and it's got the bones. The bones are really essential. Anchovies in olive oil. Pour the whole lot. These will disappear. You've got the goodness from the anchovies and the flavour. Mushrooms. You can get tin mushrooms, just as good, and I put them in actually with their liquid. Make sure it's just mushrooms and water, nothing else. I'm going to put 2 tins in. I'm going to add some fish, any white fish. You don't have to buy expensive fish. These are batter fillets. Just tear the flesh off. Again, a lot of it's going to disappear if you put them in at this stage of the cooking. A lot of it will disappear, so you don't have to be too fussy. As I've said, the broccoli and the spinach is going to go in last. Now, Brazil nuts have selenium, pretty important. You don't really need more than 1 or 2 a day. So if you reckon there's about 4 portions here, there's 4 Brazil nuts. Again, it's very convenient. Celtic sea salt. You don't need too much because you've got some salt with your anchovies. Then you've got to work out what flavour you want to put in. It can be anything. I'm going to use basically a mixture cheat, which is a bit of curry powder. It's got some turmeric in it as well, which we've got already. And then bone broth. This will take 2 bags. There's 2 or 3 brands on the market. I think they're all just as good. I'm sure somebody will come along and tell you that one's better than the other, but this is what I use. And that's going to take also some water. It's just something that had been boiled earlier. And for luck, a little bit of oregano. that's it. What you could also do is chop some potatoes up at this stage. Again, it helps with the thickening. I'm not going to do that particularly today. So there we are. Those are all the other ingredients for the 30 longevity foods, and the ones that you'd struggle to find an easy way to put into your schedule. Whack them all into the soup. It's all done in one go. And the final thing you must do after you've been cooking this for about 10 minutes, you've got to give it a taste. Every good chef tastes their food before they serve it to their family or customers. And that is rich and deep, and I can tell you, when that's been cooking for an hour and a half, that's going to be absolutely stonking. And just to show you, I actually do exist. Mine is right up at 9 at the moment on my hob, and then when it's got a rolling boil, I turn that down to a 3, and that's going to be a good hour and a half. And what you'll find at the end, you might have to take some of the skin from some of the garlic and the onions. That's fine. It's better to do it then because it takes you a second. Basically whack it in and sort it out later. So that's going to simmer nicely, and you need to give it an hour and a half because the kale, particularly the stalky bits in the kale, can be quite tough. As I said, you'll sacrifice your sulforaphane for that, but we're going to get those back later. So do you remember I said there was 2 vegetables we should leave right till the last? One of these is spinach, the other is broccoli. And why is that? Well, this is only released when the cells are damaged and cut. And it's possibly the most potent health food that we know. It deals with cancer, creates a full cell detox, and because it crosses the blood-brain barrier, it can fire on the master repair switch in your brain, deal with inflammation and an increasing number of brain disorders, dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. They're even exploring depression and anxiety. It's an amazing food. You've got to chop it up, then got to rest it for 10 or 15 minutes, and then only cook it for about a minute. I would split this into 3, split the soup into 3 and go through this process. I can leave this in the fridge to rest, and next time I have the soup, I'll just chuck it in at the last minute. So there we have it. I think the most healthy and fastest soup on the planet. And what I do as I serve up, I grate some goat's gouda. You can buy some amazing goat's cheese these days. That is absolutely beautiful to look at, and the saltiness and the strength of that cheese, it's amazing to eat too. That is absolutely unbelievable.